Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's already Friday and we made it to the end of the week. It's always amazing how fast time goes. I can't believe it's already Friday. Every year, every time I need to pay the rent, I'm like, oh, it's already this time of the month. It goes so fast. How's it possible? But anyway, here we are. First week of the month. We've almost gone. We're almost done with NFP Friday. Let me have a look. Yesterday's price action, I came back from errands. I had to go out of town. Took a whole day almost to do things. But things got things done. That's the most important thing. And when I got back home, I was looking. Open was already, I couldn't, it was after open. I opened my charts and I was actually happy to see, even though it moved up in a different way. And yeah, it looked much better. And then we got the drop. Um, which I thought might happen because Thursday weekly profile, you just been going up, and then Thursday could potentially give a drop. And now the question is, are we going to have a continuation to the downside, or are we just? I don't think there's much room to the upside. I mean, maybe take out one more high and just. But I would be. I'm not very. I'm just not interested in longs anymore. I'm really not. Um, Let me just put these on here. Let me go to the 1 minute. We hit 702 here exactly. So let's see what we're doing. 150. Two, 10. Here you go. You're so pretty. That's a pretty one. Okay. We are above Asia high here. We put Asia low right over here. We have a market maker. It looks like a, let's see where we're at. Look at this venom here. So beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We took out liquidity Asia high. We are above Asia high. Yeah, we're in this area here. So that's a wick. Higher time frame wick, 4-hour wick most likely. Let me check. Yes, 4-hour wick. It's the same scenario again, like we had yesterday. Remember, ES or NQ was in a wick, and the other one was still hit all-time highs. So it's the same scenario. I guess it's the other way around now, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Yeah, so yesterday I thought we might get SMT here, wick, and one doesn't go higher than a level in that wick, and one takes out the high. But we're pretty low now. It seems like the S&P is weaker, so the scenario is different. I don't know if you guys, hey Attila, how are you? Noticed at the open there was a decoupling between ES and NQ. ES went lower and NQ went higher, so it was pretty awesome to see. Well, it wasn't awesome to see, but interesting, I should say, the better word. Yeah. So both went to 30% of the weekly range yesterday, I noticed. Let me see, let me double check. Yeah, here, 6 o'clock. Oh, actually, yeah, 6 o'clock. Yeah, both went to 30% and then went back up. 28. I like this. Hey Johnny, how are you? Good morning. Okay. Well, let's see what we want to do. Just want to see if we are. Same scenario over and over and over and over. Did anyone catch, did you guys trade it yesterday? It wasn't too bad. New York. It went low and then it started consolidating again at a specific time, I believe. But I think lunch was nice again. Lunch gave a nice opportunity. Okay, let's see. I'll watch this here. Just want to see. Let's see how hungry they are. Let's see how hungry, what they want. Hello. Trumpeter hornbill behind me. I know, I think you guys can see him. So cute. I'm only interested in the wick for now, and the rest is just like this is all I want to see for now. Okay, let's do a poll. So it's 7:02. We've been moving up and during London. We hit 7:02 exactly here. Let me put on the 15-minute. This is where we add on the 15-minute, right? Yeah, are we going to reject here or are we going to go higher? I think that's going to be the poll. Are we going to top out before reaching all-time high again, or are we going to take out a new all-time high during London? I guess that could be a good question. Other scenarios, we're going to consolidate all the time here. How many points did we make in Asia? 100, around 100. Okay, not too. It's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do bullish or bearish. Let's say until 3 o'clock. Yeah, that's going to be the pool. Bullish or bearish until we're just going to do it per until open. Until London open, 3 a.m. Eastern. Bullish, bearish. Or accumulation. And then we might have, I mean, it could be accumulation and then pre-market New York manipulation and then the distribution to the downside. Yeah, I'm favoring downside for the today, but accumulation. Hey, company man Carl, you're first. Let's see if Mr. Chaos follows soon. Today, you're first. Hey, where's Mether? I haven't seen Mether yet. Mether, are you here? I'm on live chat. I thought about it straight away. Live chat. Yeah, so yesterday we started going lower, right, here at lunch. And then afternoon we had a little one more leg lower, and then it started to, it got a little bit choppy. It was hard to trade. I mean, yeah, there was no follow through from here. But nevertheless, it was very nice to see. And I'm just hoping we are retesting this area to go back lower. That's my, I just, but then again, it could, if you look at ES has a beautiful equal high. So I'm sort of like, yeah, maybe they want to go for that again. It was just interesting to see the decoupling of ES and NQ at the open, because that was really like, ES was really going down very fast, and NQ was going up. And I think it was this move here. This move was NQ after the open, 9:30. And ES was this move here, I believe. Let me see. Where are you? And ES just went down. Where are you? Here. Yeah, here. So this was ES at the open, down, and Q up. And then they started to get, yeah, very interesting. So, bullish 100% until 3 o'clock. CEO Jesse, I'm trying to gamble my last 1K, all or nothing. We do this or no? Do you really want me to answer that? Um, I hope you're not a CEO in real life and you do that with your business. um, I'm just trying to find a way to. This is what the markets are all about. Really, yeah, do whatever you want. I would say. If that's your opinion, go for it. Um, well, if Fibonacci tells you to, well, my Fibonacci is telling me to be cautious. Are you going long or short? Listen, if you want to if it's like gambling and you want to not do any proper risk reward, it's all up to you, my friend. It's all up to you. Um, but I don't think trading is about that. But yeah, if you want to do it, yeah, accompaniment car. I don't think he is. I don't think he's serious. Are you on NQ? Oh, you're on. Yeah, okay. Your name says NQ. Well, that is. I mean, CEO Jesse, if that's if you have been on a losing streak, this is what we all want to avoid, right? That last feeling. Okay, I've got this left, but having 1,000 left, 1,000 can give you a lot of opportunity, and gambling with it. It is not like when you have an eval and you're down at your last 80 or $50, then it's where it gets difficult. But $1,000 can still give you a lot of opportunity if you play it well. So I would never gamble. It's still an amount of money which can really, if you take it slow and be careful with it, you can slowly build up again. And then, but gambling it up, yeah. So if you are long, TP 28, 8 to 9. So I don't know if you know that 702 is actually a level where a lot of reversals can happen. So I'm watching this level actually for sure, to be honest, because I want to see if we are going to reject here or not. Because 702 is a level that you can see we tapped it already. We're not going down yet, but I'm still watching because I'm like, okay, let's see what. Yeah, so for me, that will be an. I mean, if I would. Sometimes I gamble. Hey, listen, we're all guilty for it sometimes. I'm not proud of it, but sometimes you just need. We do gamble trades here, and but we say it like okay, and I think um, we all do it sometimes. But when you still have 1,000, you still have opportunity. It's just there's still a lot of opportunity, and it's Friday. It's NFP. You just want to be careful. That's all I want to say. Um, but yeah, I would never. I mean, I don't give financial advice. I can just show you what I sometimes do, my good, my bad, my ugly, and I just share how I see the markets here. It doesn't mean that I'm right. It just means that how I see it, and I have off days. Um, yeah, actually, Fibonacci tells me just watch for now because we are at a level where we could reverse. So that's what Fibonacci is telling me, being at this specific level. So I'm just saying. Now, lately, everything has been going up. So, hey, there's a good chance. Like KC, I don't know if you're around. KC's had the best tip, just long and close your eyes. But then again, I don't know if KC means with your last $1,000. Maybe he means like take one little part of your. I think KC has good risk management, by the way. I think if KC is here and he would give a tip, he would say, drink enough water, then you take maybe 5% max of your remaining and gamble with that. KC, if you're here, would you mind giving your tip? I don't know, maybe he's not here today. He would tell me to drink more water. Yeah, I mean, $1,000 is still, I mean, it still gives you a lot of opportunity. I'm just saying. You'll feel, it's Friday. It's always horrible to lose accounts and lose money on the last day because you have the whole weekend and it just makes you feel if you're on a losing streak, it's better just to leave that account and just don't touch it anymore. I know it's hard, guys. I know it's hard, but NFP weeks are always the hardest weeks, and most people, I mean, me myself, I always lost the most money in my most accounts in that week. Um, we're speculators. There's a difference between speculating and gambling. Um, it's calculated risk versus gambling. There's a big difference, my friends. There's a big difference. Yeah, Jesse, if I just may give some advice, I just don't, it's if you're already in that state of mind, you've come to a point that you rather would lose the last bit of your money so you don't have any opportunity anymore. It's like you want to get rid of the pain. And that's the hardest part. Like, okay, you know what? Let me go full port, and then and if I lose, you're done. And then, there is no, and that's sometimes more of a relief. Um, but how about just, closing your account, not watching the market, give it a weekend and come back and work, back test in the weekend, look at your strategy, what works, what doesn't work, and you were able to make that 1,000, maybe 2,000 next week, and have better risk management and just not lose. I mean, being able not to lose something when you have this state of mind, that's the biggest win you can achieve. And then you can work your way up. That's where your real growth is. Coming back from drawdown is where your growth is. Um, yeah, I mean, I still listen. I still have these moments. I still fall in these traps. But being able to say, you know what, I'm just going to stop. I don't want this. I don't want to get that feeling that I'm sick in my stomach of myself and doing it again and again and again because it is not you. It's the markets are designed to get you into this stage. It's that easy. I mean, that's why we all know the feeling. We all have been through it. But it's like, okay, being able to stop it and say, okay, I'm gonna rewire. I'm going to trick my brain because you are what Jesse is experiencing now is something that I also recognize. I would rather lose the eval, so I'm done with it, and I don't have the oh my god, I want to try to make it back. But once it's lost, it's lost. You get a sense of relief, and our brain gets used to that, right? You want either the relief or you want the win. Either or, it doesn't matter. You just want something to happen, and it's either one of the two. It is as simple as that. Yeah, water flows. Exactly, but it's very hard for a lot of people, including myself. For me, it's really hard to close my charts when it's red. But you have to do it. You have to have a max loss or something, and like I said, that's where your growth is. Being okay with, and then long term, if you look at your P&L, you're still you're up on the longer term, and you have to accept those losses because it's part of our business, right? But trying to either go full port and just going to lose everything or I'm going to go in a win, most of the time it doesn't end well for us, right? Because you're already not thinking um, clearly anymore. You just want it to stop. You just want the win or you want the lose of the money because then you're just done with the situation. Yeah, yeah. It's very frustrating. It's hard. It's the hardest thing of what we're doing. But yeah. So Jesse, I don't hope you're going to lose your money. Let me put, it makes me sad always because I recognize it and I feel I feel sick to my stomach when I've done it. I literally had weekends that I felt the whole weekend horrible because also I was like, why am I doing it? Why did I do it? Why did I take that? Why didn't I just stop? I mean, it's a simple question. Why did I not just stop? Because you know already, once you start going on and on, you will lose. You'll start losing, and then it just doesn't, the losing won't stop. Yeah. It's very frustrating. Um, I don't agree with that, water flows, because I think if you're able to tell yourself, you know what, I'm not going to be a gambler today. I'm going to stop and look at it next week, because you still have your 1,000K. You still have money. As long as you have money, you can win. But you can't win anymore if you lost that money. Unless you've got enough money to get back into the market again, it doesn't matter. But I don't know what Jesse's scenario is. Maybe it's just his loss and he can buy a new eval, or he can replenish his account. I don't know. But if it's his last thousand, I would save it and I would try to make money with it next week and work on a strategy and try to make it work. It's where your growth is. It's if you keep doing that, you're going to keep losing because your brain will keep doing the same thing over and over and over. So being able to stop and say, listen, I'm going to preserve that last capital, it's going to make you feel like a winner. Really, when it's Monday, you're going to feel awesome that you did it. You don't have a win, but you didn't lose all your money. You have a chance still to make money with that money. And you might lose it the next week, but it doesn't matter. You already won this week by not doing that one thing that you need to change. You need to change in order to grow something that needs to change, that doesn't work. And that is one of the biggest things that you need to change. So yeah, I mean, water flows. We all know the feeling, but yeah. Is the sun standing behind me? Is it annoying, guys? Then I need to close the curtains. Let me check myself. How does it look? Oh, I look like an angel. I'm such a. If it's annoying, let me know. I'll have to close the curtains. Okay, let's go to the 1 minute. Let's see what we're doing. Okay, we have a sweep here, a high of 130 that we took out. Let's see what it wants to do. It looks bullish in a way, but I'm also very careful because it's at 702. We could go into this wick. I mean, every day it's just been bullish, so there is a possibility, but um, got a bullish breaker here. Water flows, I've built an account from 1,000 to 10,000, so I don't agree with you with MNQ. Sorry, it was 1,500, but I don't agree. You have very small margin when you start with I did that as a test for myself. Your margin is very small, so you're only allowed to have under 1,000. It was one one contract on MNQ, and yeah, I think it was that. So I had to work with only one MNQ, but I brought it to 10,000. So I don't agree with you. But it wasn't 1,000, it was 1,500. And when I got to 2,000, I was allowed to do two contracts. So I don't agree. It's the same when you have a 25K eval, your drawdown is 1,000 and 15K. So it's the same. It's literally the same. This is exactly actually what I have different accounts. I do macros, minis. This is exactly what I actually want to do with this channel. It is exactly this that I want to show, is that you don't need a lot of money sometimes if you have good risk management. Even $1,000, actually 1,500. You should not have a smaller account than 1,500, to be honest. But that doesn't mean that you just should throw away $1,000. I find this just really well, let me just not rephrase what I want to say. Yeah, risk was about, it was more than 1%. Yes, definitely. If you have a good model that works, you're okay to take 3, 4, 5%, depending on. And how I did it is, if I have my first two winning trades, like say I would start with between 3 and 5%. That was my first trade, right? If I have a winning trade, for example, I would use 50% of that winning trade. I would add that to my percentage. So my percentage would go a little bit up, that I could use and still be, if I would have a losing trade, I would still have 50% of that winning trade. So if I would have a couple of good trades with wins, I would add a partial of that winning trade to my percentage. So I would have, if my model would show itself again later that day and I would trade it, I would add that to the. So sometimes it would give me like a 5% trade, but it wasn't. It was already the wins that I had. So I would use my wins. So sometimes I would lose again, and then eventually my day would still be a little bit above what I started with. But yeah. But my first trade, in all honesty, yes, on your own account, I did not do 1% or 0.5. It was 3 to 5%. And then I would add, like I said, percentage of every winning trade to the opportunity that I could get gamble with, as you guys would say it, but I would use that to widen my risk, if that makes sense. Yeah, whatever water flows, but I don't want you on this. I mean, yeah, but telling people here just to, go ahead and lose their $1,000. I mean, um, yeah. Oh, and Samuel, what did you do? What trade did you take? Yeah, let's talk about something that's more productive and that's trade. I'm interested in a short. Actually, I see it's starting to reject here, so um, still watching. Did you take it from Asia, Amil? Did you take it from this area here? Midnight. Water flows. What's the average win rate? On that model that I traded at that time was about between 60 and 75, and it varied between 2 and 4R. So it was a variation, but it was a safe variation for me to do so. Yeah, and I agree. Not everyone has the same win rate, so you have to make it working, right? But it's still about risk reward. It's still, you don't want to. I mean, if you still have a 2R, if you have a model that gives you 2R and a 70% win, listen, if you have a 2R model, you just need to win 50% of the time. You're fine. It just depends on what your model is and how you. It's really not that complicated. I do want to add, by the way, that building to 10,000 was not something that happened in a short time. It took time, okay? It was not something that was very fast. Let me just make that clear. It wasn't a thing like, oh, I did it in a week or 2 weeks. It was slow and it took time. Let's see. Bullish 81%, bearish 12, and 6% accumulation. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I see bullish structure, definitely, but because of the level we're at, I'm just a little bit. I really wanted to see push through. ES has equal highs again, so look at those equals. ICT traders trade on news days. What do you mean? We do trade on news days, yes. I trade on news days. News are catalysts. Oh, I gotcha. It is an anti-ICT person, so that's why you are saying the things you're saying. I get it now. Um, I don't know what you mean. Why ICT traders do trade news? Yes. Talking about news, let's have a look again just to make sure that we're still, if nothing news has popped into the May 8th today. Let me see. We don't have anything in London anymore. Um, okay, still everything the same. 8:30 red folder as expected, and then at 10 o'clock we got orange folder. In fact, it took me 3 years to handle 200 to 400 ticks. Yeah. Hmm. Hey, L7, how are you doing? Yes. Let's hope we all we all close the week green. I agree with you on that one. Or at least not with too many losses. And if it's already a losing week, we we try to keep them small as possible. Yeah. I wonder if at 3 o'clock we might get a little bit of a spike up and then continuation to the downwards, or I just don't trust it too much. I wonder if 840, a little bit higher, is the max we can reach. I'm talking about NQ. 78. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the 1 minute. Almost macro time, guys. Macro time. Macro time. Macro time. Oh yeah, coming week, Trump will visit China, so the pain is not over yet. You'll see, yeah. We don't mind the volatility, right? But, what time is it? 2:48. Okay. Hey, Mr. Chaos, there you are. Hey, listen, company man Carl beat you today. He was first. I was like, where's Chaos? I thought you would follow very soon, but you're late today. Did you already have breakfast or what? Yeah, I did. Very early today. Company man Carl, normally you're later. I literally said, "Oh, I'm sure Mr. Chaos will. He's probably here already." And you weren't responding. Like, okay, that's weird. Well, it is what it is, Mr. Chaos. It is what it is today. Oh, the monkeys are here. Are they now? God damn it! They're stealing my last avos from the trees. Well, so he didn't sleep. I don't know. Maybe he can answer the question. Anybody planning babies in the USA before Trump finished the 47? There's a Dell company, Trump stock account with 1K to grow for 80. Yeah, yeah, go get babies, guys. Planning babies. Yeah, I mean, it's still a good thing to. anyone also putting crypto for your kids in like already buying crypto for your kiddies? Who has crypto for their kiddies for their long-term plan? It's a great investment. Oh, L7, you mean the what you stated or the crypto? Okay, let's see. Macro time, macro time. Hey, leave my avos. Those last ones. Come on. They're not ripe yet. You're just gonna use them, destroy them. Wild Heart. What app should I use to invest long term? Are you talking about crypto or um, what are you are talking about? Or are you talking about what L7 is mentioning? I think it also depends on where you live, right? What's the best if you are looking for advantages on taxes and stuff like that. There's so much out there right nowadays, but you also have to be careful. Where are you based, Wild Heart? I'm sure we have people in the chat that. Oh, stocks, Nasdaq. I'm in US. Okay, maybe some people from the US can, because I'm not from the US, so I can't give you the best advice. Could anyone in the chat give some advice for Wild Heart? Okay, guys, I need to check my kitchen because the monkeys are here and my kitchen door is open. So I just want to make sure they don't get into my kitchen. Oh, yeah, they're gonna. Yesterday, my whole. What the F? Naughty monkey. I see what you did yesterday. I see it. I see it. I see what you did. You can see them behind me. And this is what they do, right? So they eat the paint of the couch or the little thing that is, and this is like the remaining of my peg. They just eat. They just destroy all the pegs. So naughty. Let me just close the door below, downstairs. You're very naughty, monkeys. You quickly go downstairs. You keep the monkeys out. Um, yeah, I mean, anyone in the chat can, from the US mainly, can advise Wild Heart. Yeah, my aunt, I can, I know my aunt, she's from the US and she has someone, oh, that's a little one. Oh, you're so cute. It's a little monkey. Oh, oh, you're so cute. Hello. Um, um, she has one of those. Is it Schwab or and she has been like an investor. She has a manager handling her portfolio, and she's been buying stocks all her life, and now she just lives off the dividends. She has enough money just from dividends every month. It's crazy, but she's been literally doing that all her. Well, I would say from her 40s or 50s, and now she's 80. But they always bought, and then they just live off. I mean, she's done really well, but she has like one of those. Is it sure? Oh, she always says it. She has one manager, and he has done her portfolio her whole life. But then again, I don't think nowadays you need someone handling your. If you just buy Nasdaq, you don't need to pay someone fees, right? Because you just buy and you hold. So, um, but yeah. Are you want to come here? You want to come inside? You can't come inside, you know. We'll probably have the whole family on the balcony soon. No, I'm in South Africa. I live in South Africa. Now the dogs have spotted them. Oh, they're on the couch already, or outside on the balcony. Let me see. You guys want to see the monkeys probably. Let me just do it a little bit so. I see you. You can't see this one. There's a little one, but he's very naughty already. 2:59. Okay, let's see. Okay, 3 o'clock, guys. London has opened. I've got a rooftop upstairs and I can hear them already throwing with the chairs. Yeah. Changing the state of delivery. Let me see. I want a 5 minute at least. Let me see. All the way go here. So it's Amil. When I trade minis, I tend to stick to one or two. So the problem with minis is you can't really skill in and out. I haven't done minis a lot lately, but with MNQ it depends. It can be 1 to 3 to 5. If I'm very comfortable, sometimes I do 10. But most comfortable when I start, I always paper trade my first few trades. And then I say, okay, am I reading the market properly? Am I feel comfortable? And then I start with max 3 micros when I start the day. And then if I'm doing well, then if like in New York, my best models are literally in pre-market or New York, then I would scale in sometimes to between 5 and 8 macro. It also it's not really like it also depends on the situation and how the day has been going, and if everything lines up, I'm eager. I haven't traded minis for a long time, to be honest, on any accounts. I chart on NQ and ES, but I trade lately just MNQ because of the volatility and the craziness. So, but that just depends, really. So, Amil, what is your size? What do you like? Yeah, and with MNQ, when you have, it's like easier to scale in and scale out, right? And with NQ, I tend not to go over 2 contracts. There was a time that I did more, but I'm still in the stage that makes me nervous a little bit if I do that. So I need to grow into that a little bit more. But you can make so much money with one NQ or two already. I mean, especially if you have larger trades, right? If you have 100 points, I mean, why would yeah, I'm not there yet that I do 6 NQ contracts. But hey, listen, oh, 8 to 15, yeah, yeah, I get that, yeah. So I vary between 3 and 10 mainly, but mostly, I think on average it's 5. I think if I do it make average, yeah. Let's have a look, guys, because I think we have a. I think I'm gonna paper trade a short. Um, The thing that I don't like is this, is we have a 3 o'clock with a devil's mark here and a little gap. So, and we still have those equal highs on ES, but I wonder if it wants to make one more low and then maybe one more high and then something like that. But yeah, my TP is going to be around here. But it's still, I mean, it could still, change in state delivery is the first area what you want to trade, but it can fill, right? If you have a market structure shift, you've got more confirmation, but change in state delivery, it can fill. So you always have to be aware of that. Oh my God, come on, guys. They're literally throwing these chairs. I don't know if you can hear it. 2800. 800 here, maybe. Okay, stop that. Hey, 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 don't eat the paint. Do not eat the paint. Yeah, wait till you see the ocean view. I've got ocean view from here. So it looks over a nature reserve and then there's the ocean. It's just amazing. Um, so the beach is just literally, oh, no. Stop eating the pegs. Go. What are you doing? Huh? I see you. They're so cute. If you do your head like this, they also do their head like this. Ah, you see the monkey? No, no, no. No. See, they're eating the paint. Hey, stop doing that. Hey, you cannot eat the paint. It's unhealthy. No, stop eating the paint. They're eating the pegs, or they're just breaking the pegs and chewing on them. But also, you can see they're just eating the paint. Hey, stop it! I've got a. You can't see it, but I need to. I'm gonna film it and tell the owner because otherwise I think that I destroyed the. Oh, we're going lower. I got stopped out. Don't no, don't do that, my love. Oh my God. Uh-uh. You see the monkey here? You want to break the peg? Is that what you want to do? You see them trying to get the peg? Oh, yeah, it's difficult, huh? Yeah, you can't. Oh, it's difficult. See, he's trying to bite it, you can see. Oh, why? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? That's a tough one, huh? Can you guys see that the monkey is trying to get the peg? Is it clear enough or not? He's biting it. Oh, there he goes. He got it. You got it. Good job. And now what are you gonna? You can't eat it, my friend. Ah, destroyed. Oh, done. Throw it down. Sure. Pollution. Why are you doing that? Oh, okay. This is what I like to see. Hold on. Okay, I like it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go lower now. I wanna sell. I'm a little bit late. I would have entered here because I didn't like this. So my stop loss has to go here a little bit higher now, but I was a little bit distracted by the monkeys. My TP goes lower again here. Oh, I need to film this because I need to tell the owner. Yeah, I mean, price was just going back and forth anyway. I mean, we're still respecting this inversion though, but I wonder if it's gonna break. We'll see. Pom, 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 pom. Let's see. Go to ES. Another minute. I want this to start failing here. And the same MNQ. Pum 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 pum. It looks like it's going to rain here, by the way. It's a mute. So well, what triggers me was this little thing here, this little gap, and we balanced that out here at this time. So I'm thinking it doesn't need to go back up. Now I know it's a little bit risky. I see bullish structure, and I see we are definitely respecting this inversion here. But when I see a structure like this, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe. But the tricky thing is we retested 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. But for me, this little gap was bothered. The moment we sort of like sorted this out, I was like, okay, there's for me, according to my journaling, a high probability that we're going to fill this area for now, just for now, and maybe go a little bit deeper into this area, because I can still see us to go higher at some point. But I'm just wondering if we want to do it now. Yeah, I do see we're bouncing in this area, but doing this, already balancing out this little area here, it tells me, I would have entered instantly in a short here with my TP above here as a turtle soup. So then my stop loss would be very, very little. Now it's too big. That's why I'm paper trading it. But if I would have seen this, what time was it? I would have entered straight away here, my stop loss here for a short. Definitely, definitely. But I'm still curious. I still think ES will see, will take these equal highs. Yeah, so that was the motivation of this trade. And then again, we went low and we mitigated at 2 a.m. But we're still above midnight right now. So yeah, I'm still favoring the short. But I see bullish structure. I definitely agree. But for me, this would have given me an instant short. Something, one of the two needs to fill at some point. Look at this, how ugly. So you see, we had a devil's mark on the 5. We mitigated it right over here. This wick goes lower. We have got both situations on both sides, though. I mean, we have a large wick here as well. The 2 o'clock wick, we could go into that one. Like I said, I wonder if it wants to go to this order block here as a short maybe, and then go back up or something. Mark this one. I like this wick. think I should put my TP here. This is a safer trade. See, now my TP is even lower, is less points than my risk. But I just entered two. I mean, my entry was I would have entered straight away here, and then my loss would be just a few ticks. And we're back in consolidation. Consolidation. It's taking too long already. I think there's going to be either a spike up or a spike down at 350 or 330, sorry. This little retarded dog. I'm gonna bring it. If it goes low, higher than this wick, I should be out anyway. Go. If it takes me out, it goes higher than this, it invalidates my trade anyway. See, we are building liquidity very beautifully here. We have a high, lower, high, high, lower, lower. Let's see what it wants to do now. I wonder if it wants to take this out at the 415 macro, but make one more low, and then take out these highs here. And then I would say we still have. So this wick gave this wick here the lack of manipulation here. See? So on the 15-minute here. We hit exactly 50% here, as you can see. We hit exactly 50% of this wick. Okay, come on now, start failing. So cold. Pum 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 pum. Pum 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 pum. No higher high. We did have a rejection block here. Let me see, what time was that? Okay, 334. Yeah. It's going to take me out now because we have a rejection block at 334 here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I still don't think it will take this high though. Three nine, 340. Yeah, Bryce, sure. We hit exactly 0.5 of this wick. So these wicks can be used as premium and discount. So I'm talking about this 15-minute wick. We hit it here at 245. This wick did not come, this wick rejected in this one. And for me, this being 0.5 is important. And I think we did go over 702. So that's a little bit like, what does it want to do? So, and for me, the retest of that 3 o'clock area, here exactly this, I would have entered, I wanted to enter short here and then put my stop above here. Because I don't think we're going to go higher than this 0.5, this level. Now, I've been stopped out because I moved my stop here. But yeah, I'll be surprised if we're going to take out 0.5 without going lower first. Now, I see bullish structure here, definitely. I see that we're not violating this inversion. We still have a gap here. When we did this, we instantly also mitigated this here. So it was sort of like, it first went here, I believe, and then we did this. So I was like, okay, what does it want to do now? But this was my interest in the short, and then when it mitigated this devil's mark and this little gap at 3 o'clock exactly, so we mitigated 3. Now the confusion for me was that it went to 2 o'clock straight away, but I would still favor the short, to be honest. But we're stuck in consolidation again, so. But the best trade would have been for me entering here that my stop loss would have been very, very small, right, when it did this. Because I said instantly, oh, this bothers me here. This little gap, this little devil's mark. But if I would have gotten in here, let's say here, I just have two point stop loss. So if I get taken out, it's nothing, right? But if it works, I mean, then I can have like, I would have put my trade. I first had my trade near midnight because I thought, okay, we're going to go for Asia low then and midnight. But I was looking and then I thought maybe there's an order block a little bit. I think if we go lower, this order block might have this area has my interest. Why? Because of this order block here, and then this one has to start failing. But it has to start failing at some point. It's either going to spike up, or we're going to get a nice movement down and then maybe up. Because again, ES still has those equal highs here. And I wonder if they're going to, but they can leave them obviously, but yeah, so these wicks are you can use them as premium and discount. So if we go to 50%, it's technically it went to premium just by tagging this 50%. So that was my short. And I think we still have some business here as well. But hey, listen, this could be also like working as an order block, and like you can see, this one went into this one as far as it does not. This move to the here, sort of like now. Okay, which one is going to win? I was hoping it would start fading at 3:30. It does not yet, and we're just stuck in consolidation again and again and again. Mobile. What am I trading? I'm charting NQ, and if I would trade, it would be MNQ. Um, it's going to be 5 a.m. soon. You know, Emil, that's hey, Zar Trader. Good morning. It's going to be five. Listen, if we have to sit through accumulation until 5 o'clock, it's gonna sound like it's gonna feel like ages. It's still 1.5. It's over 1 hour and 15 minutes. And if it's gonna be consolidation, it's gonna be awful. Was that a joke, or when you said it's going to be 5 a.m. soon? It feels like when we have to sit through accumulation all the time, it feels like it's twice as long. In hindsight, sometimes I look at it like it wasn't that long, it was just an hour. But it feels like it's torture sometimes. Bryce, what wick are you talking about? Yeah, it's the large wick. I think that's the one you mean. Yes. Here, this one. 7th May, 11:15. Now, this move could be it. I mean, look, it hits 50%, and this could be the rejection that it all wants, and it wants to maybe go higher. Could be. Then this order block is holding um, the rest up. Could be. It's how long, how big is the move to the downside? So the trade should have been straight from here up to maybe, well, I would take the midpoint. It's just 30 points. It's not really that much, 35 points. Um, yeah, and we have a gap here, so I don't know. But then again, the shorts are very short-lived nowadays, so you have to have shorter trades. But yeah, look how ugly the 5 minute looks. Yeah, so it went to 0 point, that's a yellow line here, and then it went lower here, and this could be the move that it just went from here to here, and then it's like, I'm done. That's all the retracements I'm going to give you. And it was a very short, it literally did this, and then yeah, but we'll see. I mean, I will take this away because we know. Pum, 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 pum. It's going to be 5 a.m. soon. Oh, yes. Let's first go for 4 o'clock. Yes, yes, they are. And also when you have a, so if you have a wick like that and it's 50%, and if you want to see if it goes over it, it confirms more bullishness, for example. But if it tags it, like it hits it very like that, and it goes lower, most of the time, it can give you, especially when a 50% level is hit, you would think there might be a little bit more in the tank to go lower. But yeah, this is really actually a very small move. But we rejected in the 5 minute. You can see clearly this one also rejected. This is now a beautiful rejection block to the upside again. So we had a lower rejection here as well on this one here, 15. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, the closer we get to the news, the more we will. Sure. Yeah. Hey, but it might be exciting after NFP. Let's see. I mean, I think I might even stream. I don't know. So, okay, 3 a.m. Eastern. What did you guys say? Bullish accumulation, 5%. Accumulation. I think 3 a.m. We're going to do a new poll. We're going to go after 4 a.m. What's going to happen after 4 a.m.? Bullish, bearish, or accumulation? I think after accumulation, we're going to get a move, right? I mean, we've sort of like on the 5 minute, we've been accumulating, I guess, after in London so far. So let's say, okay, new poll after 4 o'clock. Bullish, bearish after 4 o'clock. Bullish, bearish, or accumulation. And I'm not going to end. I mean, I mean, I don't want to jinx. We're not gonna talk about it anymore because we don't like it. Bearish after 4 a.m. Eastern. So this macro. Bullish. Bearish. There we go. Hey guys. Curious to see what you guys think. Good thing I didn't trade. Yeah, I got stopped out on my short a couple of times. Paper trades only. Good thing is only accumulating, so. But I don't, I mean, for me, it was still based on my logic, and I journal it, okay, and then I'm like, okay, why did it fail, and what could I have done? So, Like for example, in my first trade, I didn't put I put my stop here and then I moved it, right, and I got stopped out. So if I would have left it here, I would have still been in the trade, technically. So that's one thing that I could have done. Um, midnight. It's an old midnight. Okay. Yeah. Okay. ES still has equal highs here as well, relatively equal, and an old midnight above. Yeah. ES looks extremely bullish to me. But can it go lower first and then go higher? Possible. Can we go back to midnight first? Let's see. Hey, I mean, I'll see you later. Bryce, sometimes, yes, I hesitate, and sometimes I feel not comfortable. And even if you are more experienced and you're doing really, really well, you can get into an area, or if you're busy or tired, you can still fall back into a period of shit. What am I missing? Or and there's also a big difference when you stream. Execution and analysis are two different things. Sometimes you can be spot on with your analysis, but your executions are really off for some reason. And that's why I always paper trade in the morning or when I start to figure out, okay, where's my head at? Am I seeing everything? Am I missing things? Am I married to a bias? Is my internet working? What's the market doing? So that's all things that you need to take in consideration. It's not like, oh, every day, it's a human brain and you're human, and sometimes you have to be aware of your weakness. If I'm in a bad mood, for example, I also tend to not trade as well. It impacts me. You get more agitated if you already have a lot of things going on and you're irritated, and you don't think about it and you have a bad trade. Everything just comes up again. The fact that you're irritated, what's going on, and things like that. So it's also like you always have to test yourself. Where am I? What's going on? And where is my head at? You always need to every few hours also think about, okay, how am I feeling? If I'm really tired, I don't trade as well if I'm just fit. It's just, and sometimes you're not aware of where you're at. You're just not aware. But yeah, I do definitely. When I'm in a good mood and everything if I like for example, just got stopped out. It's a paper trade, but like I said before, for me, paper trades on this forward testing on live. For me, I have the same emotions and I journal them. If I have the logic behind it and I have backup from my journaling and my results, and I get stopped out on a trade that I have went into with logic. Okay, I saw the wick, 50% of the wick. We got a devil's mark, which got retested here exactly. But then, if I get stopped out on a trade like that and I build it with logic, and now technically I did say I wanted to get in here and then my stop would be very little. I did not do that, but that's okay on a paper trade. I take that into account when I'm journaling. But then I moved it, and if it would be here, I would not have been stopped out yet. I could still be stopped out though, but that doesn't matter. You've got more data to work with, but then I don't hesitate, and I get in. If I see things line up very quickly, I market order in, and I don't care. But I have to have things lining up. And if it's wrong, it's wrong, and you journal it and you figure it out. But you followed your strategy, you followed your list, and that list is improving and getting better all the time, right? So you will still have losing trades because you're still learning and still improving your model and still seeing new things. But if I execute poorly because I'm FOMOing in, or I'm just not seeing it right, and I feel pressure because I'm on stream, which happens sometimes, and I journal that, and I'm like, saying, okay, I just, I felt like I had to do something. That will impact your executions and also your reasoning for getting into a trade. And sometimes you're just not aware until you journal it, right? But yeah, it all happens still. And if I hesitate and I still get in, then I'm already, that means something is off, then I'm not seeing things clearly, and I'm either too late already. So hesitation tells me already, I feel more comfortable when I hesitate. That tells me already something is off. If I'm on, everything is working fine, and I'm like, okay, I can, like for example, my 150 point trades, I'm very comfortable with. I just sit back, I get in, I put in my trade, and I sit back and I just watch it. And you just know everything lines up, and there's a high probability it will work. There's always a probability. But if it doesn't work, it's okay. I might be too early, but I'm 100% comfortable about any outcome at that point. And most of the time, the outcome is in my favor. But yeah, and if the moment I hesitate and I still get in, it already tells me, oh, I hesitated, so I should be. That was a warning sign already. But yeah, it's very, it's. You're never done learning about yourself. So the interesting part is that we had a wick on the 15-minute, right, which could have used a premium and discount, but we also have a higher time frame wick on the 4 hour, the 50% of this area. So if NQ wants to go higher, I can see it go up here to 28,860, for example. But let's see what it wants to do. Still a little bit. It's 4 o'clock, by the way. 3 o'clock is higher than 4 o'clock. Let's see. I think ES really wants these equal highs here. I would be surprised if it doesn't go for those equal highs on ES, right? Okay, let's see. Equal high has been taken on ES. Let's see if NQ wants to get to 0.5. Let me put this half because the body, if the body doesn't go above the half, it's going to respect that half. See, the bodies are below the 50% again. Let me just put the half here. That's what you want to see for it, for a move to the downside. I might get interested in, see the, you want to see the bodies so that it's still respecting this 50% of the wick. Let's see if that's still the case at 15, at 4:15. Or it wants to go to the 50% of the 4-hour wick. Let's see. Okay, I think take this one off here. Oh, it's cold. Um, so mobile, if you asking me if I want to trade a boyfriend, look, I already have a relationship with NQ, and there's nothing more volatile than that relationship, I can tell you that. So it's enough. And Q has been it's been very exhausting at the moment. So uh, it's a toxic relationship currently, but you know, it's one of those complicated things you just can't get rid of. Just like I hate and love gold. Yeah. You gotta hate some. Let's see if this is gonna be a bearish order block now. This would be a nice level as well to keep an eye on, as we are now disrespecting. Let's see if we can hold here. Um, so 0.5. Yeah, let's see if we can tag 0.5 here. Oh, tread carefully now, my friend. Tread carefully. I play slow. 19. Are you born in 1915? Zara Trader, the chat is always funny. Hey, I've missed Mether today. So I have to make sure that I'm on live chat. Yeah, I'm on live chat. Where's Mether? He hasn't been in all day. I just hate longing nowadays. I mean, I just don't like the moves out of accumulation. I can see them, and I just you've noticed that I just don't like it as much as I should. Um, it's just Haney. It's your thing, right? You like it. You like this setup. This is your setup. I noticed that. We retested. Yeah, okay. And you know, this is actually very important. If I look back now, what did I notice? All PD arrays that are created within a now this short might become interesting, but all PD arrays that are being created within a macro are of importance. And literally this order block that I marked here, that was being used here as a retest. So even though this got retested, it never went below my price action of this area that I marked. And talking about doing analysis and seeing things clearly, I mark it for a reason and I use it. And I did see it, but I didn't connect it to dots at that time because I was focused on this one here. But it literally did the retest here. It used this. It never went lower than my price action, the price action that was created in this one. It could have gone into the wick though. I was focused on that one maybe, but the order block, if you go on the higher time frame, this order block held up really, really well. But anyway, that's interesting. Did we tag 0.5? Yeah, I'm interested in the short. We took out Asia. We took out the equal highs on ES here, but not obviously these equal highs. I could leave those. We went into yesterday's midnight here, which was also nice. Yeah, 0.5. What time is it? 4:15. Um, I would still wait a little bit, I think. I like the wick, but I still think, 4:15. This is very bullish. So this went through the 0.5 of this wick, so that's bullish. I would still be careful with because this is also now a bullish order block. So yeah, I actually would not. I would like to turn bearish, but it does not tell me bearish. Now it's actually giving me. Now I might be get more comfortable with longs, to be honest. This was a pretty good. I mean, looking in hindsight, you can see this order block is between my yellow lines. This is the retest, boom, and it went higher. Now we had a fair value gap going through the 0.5 level of this wick, which is indicating more bullishness. And it's on top of, we also now literally created a 15-minute order block, bullish order block. So yeah, you know, I'd love to short. I have an allergy for longing a little bit, but now I would, for me now I see I should have, this was proper structure for a long in hindsight because of the 150 to 210 macro, but I could see this fill because of that large wick here as well. As you can see on the 15 there was a large wick, and I thought, okay, maybe this one is going to fill, and we might go to this one here, but it helped, and it now is, but now we have that big displacement here. And now I see a 15-minute. I like this order block better than this one, but this one helped pretty well. But now let's see. Now I'm getting my. Now I really I have. If I'm still shorting, I should be put in a crazy asylum. If I want to short with my list of things that I I don't want to say if any one of you guys want to short, you're crazy. But yeah, on the other hand, we hit 0.5 of a 4-hour wick, so technically I would love to short. But on the other hand, we had a blast through a premium wick, plus we formed a 15-minute order block. We're above 10% of the weekly range on both ES and NQ. Oh, it's so cold. I think I'm going to get a quick coffee, guys, and warm up a little bit. So also what I was looking at on the 4-hour, I was looking at I was seeing, okay, if we can use this as a 4-hour order block, I was actually thinking we might have a manipulation to the downside into the open price of this area of this 4-hour order block. So that was here near Asia low, and then maybe another spike up. So that was also something that I was looking at with my previous short, so that we would go back into the open price here and but then again, if you look at this fair value gap, it's so small. You know, this 4-hour here is very small. And the open price of an order block is right in between. And a lot of the times, that's a very interesting point of interest. But all these things don't work nowadays. It's all different. Okay, mobile. I haven't looked at oil, but I guess it should be a good trade. Let's have a look at CL. CCL is moving in the way I wanted it to move. And Q, most likely going into this wick here. 150. Let's see. Ooh, look at that move. To 28. Here we go into this wick. Go higher. It could be a retest of this order of this inversion as well. This is a beautiful inversion. Yeah, just be careful. Going, maybe it wants to just go here and go back up, maybe. Nice trade. Sorry, trader. You gotta. That's good for. Oh, you're gonna chop some wood for the cold winter nights. Is that it? Are you? Is gonna. Is it for the fireplace? Mm. So, oh, Zara Trader. Yesterday, I had to do. I had to run errands, and I was wearing long sleeves in the morning when I was doing the stream, and I was a little bit in a hurry, so I didn't really change. And oh my God, this is typical our winter. Like it starts really cold, and I was doing things, and it got over 25 degrees, 26, and at some point it was over 30 degrees here, and I was sweating. I was so hot, and I just had to do, and I couldn't change. I thought I was literally thinking, should I buy something summery because it's so hot now. But so I was in a mall. I had to do some stuff, but it was all winter clothing, and I was like, oh gosh. So I was literally like all day sweating, and I had the air conditioning on in my car, which I usually don't. But it was so hot at some point. But that's typical our winter. It starts cold and then it gets like, over 30 degrees, between 25 and 30 degrees at daytime. But it starts later after 10 a.m. So yeah, gosh, I was sweating all day and I was so happy to be back. Um, but yeah, at night it's like that's winter time. I mean, where I live in the Lowveld or here in KwaZulu Natal, it's like what normal people would say. Yeah, it's the heater on at night and the air conditioning goes on after 10 o'clock. I don't use air conditioning, but um, in the Lowveld it's really really hot. Then, but it still gets very cold at night though. But at daytime it's just still very hot. I prefer the days that it's always hot. It just gets less hot at night. Oh, I love those warm nights. Yeah, I always leave the Cape. Only visit the Cape in summertime. I lived in Nature's Valley for 3 months, but I made my way out of there very. Nature's Valley is in a valley, right? So there's less sun as well. So I moved last year. I moved here from Nature's Valley, and it was so nice. You're on the beach, and then suddenly because it started to get winter, it was 4 a.m. And like, oh, it's getting chilly because the sun was behind the valley. But it's beautiful. I love Nature's Valley. But then again, yeah, it just gets very cold very quickly at night. Yeah. But oh, Nature's Valley is so beautiful. Um, 426. 426. 426. I think I would rather wait for after news to start trading. I would rather let it play out and see if it wants to go higher or not. I mean, we're at zero point 0.5 of a 4 hour candle now, or 4 hour wick. My apologies. Um, we've got NFP coming. I'm really very, very, I want to be behind my laptop and really sit down and see what's happening because, um, 0 0.5, one is here, 1.25 is here. Um, so this is a very, this is a, so this profile, if you have like so Monday we had a low, and then we had Tuesday high, Wednesday high, and then Thursday is very common that you get like these candles, and then if it's continuation, you start going higher again. Now, so it's starting to look like a bullish profile again, that we're gonna start, that we're gonna, obviously it looks like we're gonna take out the high again. I wouldn't be surprised, but if there's a lot of, are we gonna extend a lot on a Friday? Is the weekly range? Um, Let's have a look on the daily. I mean, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So this is Thursday. That's not really a bearish. It's not very bearish, is it? I'm gonna take away this. I just need one of them. So these are just I just extend them because they were working, and we've got a beautiful gap here from 6th of May, around 50% and 60. So where's Monday? So Monday, we have Monday low, Tuesday high, Wednesday high, Thursday. Okay, so normally when you want to have a, what you want to see technically is that Thursday might come lower. That it would have been normal, or it would have been weird if it would have gone here and then maybe up higher again, but it did not even do that, right? So it just literally gave a doji, sort of. Well, large wick, and now we're going extend this. So, so it did not even, so technically it still gave a Thursday high, right? It wasn't actually a Thursday low, which you normally see in the weekly profile. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, one lower and then another higher. But technically we have a Thursday high. It's actually also not a bearish candle. So, ooh. Yeah, it's bullish, but up to when, right? So it's just, Haney, do you think we're going to get a retracement today? Is news going to bring us down? Did they leave this for NFP? I'm going to mark this. I mean, this is an end dog. Yeah, it's Tuesday to 28 to 600 points. It's a lot. So that was my thought. Like, okay, if we go lower, maybe we have a continuation. They might start, doing some business here, but they are not doing it yet. So, but if they want to go, if they want to go here, how many points is it? It's over 600 points. Maybe even more. Yeah, around 600. 650-ish. Daily order block here and on the 4-hour. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this area. I don't know. I don't know if they really want to leave it like this and go higher without doing something here. Between 2 and 6. Wait. Bryce, I did say that, yes. Yes, definitely. Start looking into it. Let me look at the poll. What time is it now? 4:34. Bullish, bearish, 59. I'm definitely been bullish, yes, but. Okay, I'm gonna do one more poll, guys, with you. I want to see where you guys are at. Are we gonna take all-time highs again today? I think I'll stream today. I just want to have a look. I think I'll maybe, if my pre-market prep people are okay, that I'll do a public stream today or 8:50. No, I'll do a pre-market prep and then maybe go into a normal stream later on. Yeah, I'll do that. Pre-market prep will be during. I'll do pre-market prep sooner during the news. I want to do that and then go over into normal. Yeah, we'll do that today. Oh my God, guys, with YouTube, I mean, I got an email from them. So I gave them, you know that I have issues, right? I don't have a pin and stuff like that. So I sent them some documentation with my lease agreement. And then apparently there was I guess it was the senior support, and they said, well, there's a problem with because your address that you put on Google's on AdSense account and your soft copy does not match. And I'm like, what? They're exactly the same. And I'm like, and I'm like, are you literally making up stories now to deny payments? And I'm like, okay, you know what? I just totally give up, because if you're literally going to say these things, I'm like, it's so absurd. And then they said, yes, well, the only way you need to prove it is you need to have something sent to your address. I'm like, well, it's so absurd. And I'm like, okay, I don't even want to read any more messages from them. I'm just done. I'm so done. Um, so you sent the proof, and they said, yeah, it's different. I'm like, are you retarded? Is that support, like, are they low IQ people or what? It's just really like, how weird is this getting? And I'm just like, I actually, I like YouTube, and I like it because, and they know it, obviously, that people, they have a monopoly position in the sense of that. But I'm just like, okay, if you can't even read properly or define an address, and it's like, are you kidding me? But yeah. Okay, 437. Anyone else besides it's just Haney that took a trade? It's just Haney. Did you take a long from here? Did you take a long? Did you traded it? Okay, let me do another poll. I want to see what you guys think. Let me do one more poll. Yeah, so Bryce, talking about price. So if you believe in an algo, that an algorithm is running, there are scripts running. If you think about it, you've got the one axis and another axis right over here, right? And one is price, one is time. So if you would script an algorithm, think about the logic. Would you script it against time, or would you script it against price? Which one is a more constant that you can use? So if you think about that logic, the only thing that is a constant is time, right? So time will be referred, you can refer back to time. You cannot refer back to price because at some point price moves away from an area and might not ever visit it again. But the one thing that will be that keeps coming back is time. No one can cheat on time. No one can scam you because time is a constant. It will always be 10 to an hour, 10 past an hour. So that's how the algo is scripted against time. Now, macros are the easiest things because they are like the 10 to 10 past, the ICT macros. There are more macros also, the 20 to 40. You can see a lot of the times when larger move starts running, they start building up between a specific amount of time. So that's why within the macros, you will see that there are, because also during macros, it spools to either finalize a move or it takes out liquidity. Most of the times you'll see that happen within that specific window, right? So it ends like when for example, a market maker sell or buy model ends, it spools to that specific level to meet its objective. And the same goes for creating. It's either creating liquidity or it balances out imbalances, but it also creates imbalances around those times. So, but if you start journaling time, you will start seeing those significant things at some point because you will see like, oh, okay, it's all, times it's exactly, yeah. So yeah, so that's the logic behind it. So if that makes sense, right? So and everything works in cycles exactly. So I mean, people have heard about the 369. It is a thing, but it's not as exact as you. It's not that simple, but you. That's why Fibonacci works, right? Fibonacci works because it's a simplistic dividing of a benchmark, for example, which we can use as which we might call dealing range or a range or implied dealing range as well. Goldbach, I don't know if people are aware of Goldbach. They literally, I mean, I'm very interested and still in Goldbach. I still want to get more into it because I think it's still they have like, they if you have the PDRA matrix. Now the PDRA matrix itself is not the interesting thing. It's the time that things happen. ICT uses PDRA matrix, but more important is the time. So you see this order block that has been well, it's IFUG and an order block. You see it was created between the 115 210 macro. Now we didn't do that much, but you see here it was used again, so it was of significance, and I did not really give that as much as attention as because I was focused on this one. There were two things happening that had my focus here: this imbalance and this order block. But yeah, and you see we never went lower than this order block anymore. And this one was created within this macro. So it was still, and price action never came lower as well in this macro. I always use this one because it's the start of London. It's still like pre-market thing, but it always helps me. And I didn't give it too much. I see it, and then sometimes you don't register, right? Been long since open, either ES, right shoulder, or we about to run. Yeah, could be, but yeah, I would. I'm always very. I mean, 50% of anything would be my. I would be cautious, so to speak. We have a 4 hour wick here, and we are at 50%. Now, most of the times lately, it just blasts through those wicks. I mean, you guys have seen it, right? Most of the times, but before this crazy largest NQ monthly candle, we respect those 50% levels a lot, and it will give you a nice retracement or a reversal or retracement. But lately they were minimal. Those the shorts retracements were just minimal, very minimal. But yeah, I was always, I mean, for me, I literally built models around this, but they haven't been working that well lately, to be honest. From the upside to from the downside to upside, yeah, but not from up to down. Um, or I used to get, this would have been an area where I would enter for a 100-point move or 150-point move. Not anymore. It would have been a trade from here to here, maybe. Back to the order block. Let me see how many points is that. But now I'm talking about Bryce. He asked, do I ever feel hesitation or not comfortable anymore? Well, I don't trust not everything that I used to work with that made me a lot of money is not working nowadays. So I really have to, I'm just a little bit more cautious. And I have to take shorter trades. If it's to the downside, for sure. Um, Chris, you have been long since the Open. Are you mean talking about London Open? Yeah, I mean, like Casey says, you go long and you close your eyes. 314 went into this area, it created this, and we had this was the beautiful reaches. Now, I don't like the time of this one, to be honest, but 221 would have taken this out here, took out this, 334. Rejection block exactly at 333. This one here. Is it or not? Let me see. Oh, it is, yeah, 333. Oh, sorry, 334. I took out 332, 332 here. And you can see already they're leaving beautiful equal highs here, relatively equal. So yeah, I mean, and we still have ES here. Look at this. This was a short right over here, 11 o'clock. Rejection in here, going lower. And I guess this is going to be our draw. I mean, I see definitely, I can see us go higher and take these out today. But, are we going to go in a straight line? I don't know. Is it going to use the news? Or are we going to reach this before the news maybe? Or nearby and then go lower? Yeah, I'm really curious today. I'm really looking forward to watch the price action, to be honest. I'm actually excited. I'm really looking forward to today. I might not trade. I mean, if it's nice. I did enjoy the price action yesterday morning up to even the long, and then later there was a short, right? I was making dinner. I was seeing it was just in the lunch hour, and I went down, and then the drop already started. But, I was okay missing it, to be honest, because I was like, okay, is this the time that I've been waiting for? It was the first, I think, to be honest, it was the first nice move, even though on the higher time frame it looks very small, right? These two. But you know what I'm thinking when I see these, and that makes me very excited. I see a potential for our bearish breaker. So I'm looking at this and like, you could be my future breaker that I'm going to use in my short. So I'm getting I like the structure, how this has been setting up. Now on the daily, it's very small, right? So on the daily, it looks like, okay, not much. But on the 4 hour, it could be a potential breaker. So let's see. And look, I'm looking at this one. This is not an N walk, this is an N dog here. This is a doggy. So, but it's far, it's pretty much over 600 points below us. So yeah, I don't mind, you know, missing some moves to the upside. Because I literally, well, you guys, I've been open about it. I just don't feel very comfortable. I for some reason don't like it too much. I can't explain why. I just cannot. Um, I don't mind longing normally. If price action is not, it's just moving and it's just doing its thing, I don't mind. But now I've got a little bit of a sort of allergy towards it. I just have to be careful that my bias does not get in the way of my trading now. So I just have to. Is oil still going down? That's actually a good thing if oil's going down, right? CL. I see a bullish breaker here. Be careful with the, and we're on the end walk as well. Yeah, if it starts going lower, but oh no, it's not an end. It's a wick. Hold on. 50%. Nice trade. Well done. But let's see where we're at in the whole range. So we went to 702 and higher, back again, lower, higher. Yeah, we hit 702 Wednesday at 6 a.m. We retraced back up, and now we went to 602, and now we're at 0.5. So I actually see a market, to be honest, I see where this is the sell side. We turned here. I wonder if it wants to go back up. We're retesting an order block here. We inverted this. We have an inversion on the 4-hour. We activated a breaker here. Did we go lower than the breaker? Yeah, this is a pretty good inversion though. Well, but we also were in a bearish fair value gap. Liquidity still here. Man, anything is possible with we just need one Trump. Trump needs to wake up. He's always awake. It's already 5 o'clock. He's already awake. Okay, guys. Yeah, I think I'll stream later. I'm really very, very curious. I feel rested. I'm very happy, by the way. Oh, okay. No, she's not in this. No, I'm not going to talk about her. She's not in the chat, so I don't want to do that. But I'm very proud of someone. But I'll mention her when she's in the chat. I don't want to talk about her when she's not. But yeah, she made my day today, literally. So I'm very, very, very excited. Got my 4 a.m. cup of joe. Oh, it's 4 o'clock at your place, Talib. I've got, mine is cold now because it's a little bit chilly here. I can feel the cup being cold. I need to get, yeah, I need to get some food. I need to give my cats also some food. and then I'm going to run some errands, and then I'll be back. I want to be at the charts on time. It's 5 o'clock here, 5 a.m. Eastern. No, it's not 5 o'clock here, but it's 5 a.m. Eastern. That means I've got 3 hours. I need to do some groceries as well. I need to go to the pet shop for my girls. And do some, yeah, I need to do some groceries, I guess. Any question, guys? I haven't seen Mether all day. Oh, someone, I joined my, Iris Life Future has joined the Discord. How stupid are you? Are you a retard? It's so weird that these people they copy my account and then they invite me and then they also join the Discord as if we don't. These people are literally retards. Yeah, so guys, if you see any, I would normally talk to people or invite you guys to be friends, but I'm not doing it because I just want to make sure that if it happens, it's not me. It's always a scam. If I need to contact you, I'll do it through announcements, and I'll just say, hey, I will tag you and like, hey, get hold of me or something. Because if I contact you directly, it might confuse you. If you do get anyone talking to you, it's already a scam. If I need you specifically, we're either already friends, or I will just through an announcement or through NQ, whatever you're trading, we'll tag you, say, hey, blah blah blah, get hold of me. I need to talk to you, just in case. So it just makes it clear that anyone who contacts you directly is a scam. So you stupid, retarded loser, I know you're in the chat most likely. Go somewhere else and go bother somewhere. Because so unfortunately that's the way we do it, and just ban them and report them straight away, because I mean. But yeah, so I'm already limited that I will not ever reach out to you guys just because of this reason. And in case we're not friends, I need you, I will tag you in a normal open message, and then you need to get hold of me. That's the only way we can do it nowadays, just to make sure that you don't, because sometimes you might overread a message, because the only thing they do, they just add one symbol to the name, so sometimes you might miss it, right? And then you think it's me, but I will never. I think I'll make a note about that. Hey, Pache Boom Boom, how are you doing, Dutchy? So yeah, um, unfortunately, it is what it is. But I mean, so they are among us, but it's not me. It's not me. Mobile, I'll be back. Please, no, you guys have to ban them as well, because the moment they start inviting you, just ban them straight away, because it's not me. And I do it if I see it. I do it as well, but they don't go after me, they go after you guys. So they go after the people in the Discord. They try it, and I get a lot of messages from you guys as well, like, hey, is that you? And I'm like, no, it's never me. But unfortunately, they're like cockroaches. um, you can ban them, but they keep showing back up. But that's the only thing we can do right now, unfortunately. I mean, even if you're so small, it's already starting. So it is what it is. Ja, ja, het gaat goed. Het gaat heel goed. How about you? Are you doing well? I haven't seen you for a while, Patje. Patje. Have you been trading at all, or have you been absent from the markets? So I would definitely say once we start going over 50%, it might want to already go on its way to the previous week high, both on NQ and ES, right? I'm not interested in it. I would rather let it play out and just did I have any new subscribers today? Let's see, I'm just curious. 1865. Oh, hey, long. Okay. Petja. Okay, okay. So Petja, he's saying it in Dutch, but I do wanna address something that is something that really made me very happy today. Petja, I don't want to speak in Dutch when I'm on stream because I don't want to be. Um, so I do, but only for very, very selective. And I have one today. Is a very nice. I'm very happy today that I have one student that she's really, really. I didn't want to talk about it because I don't know if she's here, but it's all good. And um, she started 2 months ago with me, and she was really a beginner. And I've been really I've been having requests for people like, would you like to help me and blah, and I always said no because I just want to focus on YouTube. But with her, I thought, private mentorship, and you build something around one person, but she was really quite a beginner, and she's been working really, really hard these 2 months. And today, she sent in her homework, and I was doing the homework like, oh my God. And she's been asking to go on evals for like over 1.5 months, and I said, no, it's too soon. Today, I was like, yeah, you're ready. And I mean, I'm really saying she's ready because I was really, I almost had tears in my eyes because only 2 months in, and I'm like, wow. So, um, Petja, if you want help, because because I take a lot of time. I mean, if I work with someone, it's very extensive. But yeah, she's just 2 months in, and I think I'm quite confident to say, and I wish she was here. I think within the next 2 months, or maybe three, she'll pass her first eval. In latest. And I don't think she's here. If she's here, uh, but I wanted to, and I think she's ready. It's a very bold statement that I'm making, but she's. I mean, I'm telling you, she's been. I made her work very, very hard. I think we were both very tired last week, and that's one of the reasons, because she gets. I mean, it's like very extensive. But anyway, um, if you're struggling, reach out to me. I don't want to work with a lot of people. Very selective because I'm not an easy. I don't make it. I don't make life easy for you. If I and I don't want to do it a lot. I don't only with a few people. Only I don't care. It's just. But yeah. Um, Especially if you want to go slower and you want more logic and slower trade. Yeah, I can help you with that. So anyway, Pacha, are you in the Discord? You know why I'm so happy because now Priya she can move to the next phase, which will be less extensive. So I did not take anyone else because I really want to get her to a specific level, and it just takes more time when someone is a beginner. But today I was like, wow, okay, you know what? The foundation is set, and she's just 2 months in, just 2 months, and I'm like, wow. I that took me a couple of years to get there, but so mobile, that depends on how on you and it's not one. It just depends. It just depends on the on how much time is needed. It's not one. It's really specific on. But yeah, reach out to me. But yeah, I just want one or two people at the same time, and maybe specifically actually one. And if one moves on, two, and next, it depends on how the people where they are at in their where they are at in their journey. But yeah, Priya, if you're here, yeah. So it's just Haney. I don't advertise it, but I had tears. I'm really I almost feel like crying, to be honest, because I was so happy this morning, and I wish she was here, but I know she's very busy. Um, and listen, I'll tell you honestly, I was um, not easy on her. Really, it was really tough on her, but it was there are just it was the same that it's about the if you know what mistakes you have been making and you are it's not the knowledge part, right? The knowledge, yes, you have to structure the knowledge for your trainee to make it like, okay, what is the foundation that someone needs to build on, and that's different for everyone. It also depends how beginner are you, but then it's also like, okay, what will be the thing that someone needs to see to get this rolling, and then it comes to also to discipline and applying rules and being a very strict with specific rules, and also that means you have to let go some things, and journaling is very important. um, no, she is I don't want to say middle. She's not really very young, but also not old, and she's still within. She has a job. She still has a full-time job and kids to take care of. But she says, I want this. I want to break out of my job. And there is a time limit, but we made it very clear that it depends on how fast she goes. But if you're really a beginner, it is just, it's very hard to get that first foundation, right? And if you can get help with that first foundation, and that speeds up. Now I'm telling you honestly, she's gonna go fast, and she's gonna go fast, and she might be even a better trader than I am at some point. So mobile, reach out. Are you in the Discord? Hey, but listen, mobile. I don't want any bullshit. When I work with you, I'm not nice. I'm not a nice person. I have a coaching background, but I was never a trading coach when I was in my old job. I do so. Uh, so my story, how I ended up doing this, is like I was recruited by a prop firm a while back before I was on my own YouTube, Ola Prime, and I'm very grateful for them for giving me that opportunity. But we didn't work out. Why? The lady that hired me, she actually told me like, listen, you should start your own YouTube channel. And I'm like, nah, but I had everything set up because I was supposed to work with them, and we did YouTubes, but I was with different coaches, and it was also in their plan to um, to do coaching one-on-ones through them. So that was already, we were all getting into that. And when we start doing the YouTubes, they noticed that I didn't comply to their rules because I wasn't allowed to say this, I wasn't allowed to say that. And I said, yeah, but if I don't know something, I don't want to lie about that. I want to be, even though people are watching, I want to be able to say, hey, listen, but how about this or that? Because I was still interested in the other coaches because they had all different ways of working. So, and then she actually says, you know what? You should leave us and you should actually start your own YouTube channel because I think you can accelerate on your own much better than with us. So I'm still very grateful for her. And I was first, I don't know. And then she said, just do it. Just do it. And I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Because of her, I did it. So if it wasn't for Hola Prime, I would never even start this YouTube channel. So thank you, Hola Prime, again. So yeah. And if she's watching, she knows. Yeah. So yeah, it's not going to be nice talk. It's going to be I'm going to make. I mean, it is really not. If I want to work with someone, I really want. My goal is to make you a better trader than I am. But enough about the mentorship. Priya's not here anyway. But just something that really, I was very moved by it. It literally made me cry because she's actually my first trainee that is there, and in a very short time, in 2 months. We're almost at the end of the 2 months. So and we were both, I think we needed that break last week a little bit because it was hard work for her and also a little bit for me. Um, I'm get to the treasurer of the pro account, then below every account, been training for a year and haven't got a payout yet. Well, a year isn't that long actually, but hey, Strong Penguin, how are you? That's a long time ago. Strong Penguin was literally one of my first 5 subscribers. Maybe even my first. I don't even know. I think maybe you are in the top 5. Yeah. He has been supporting this literally the beginning stages. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just Haney, you know what you were saying? It's so funny because I also you become a better trader from teaching as well. Strong Penguin, as a matter of fact, yes, but very, very selectively. I know in the beginning it was asked a couple of times, and I always said no, and you know that, right? I was very on chat. I always said I'm not interested in that. But in the time, yes, things changed a little bit because I was thinking, well, it depends on the person, and I was also feeling some form of, I'm like, what does give me satisfaction? It's like, okay, streaming is nice, but what if you but it's not like I don't want to get into mentorships and make videos and stuff like that. No. So it's literally only built around specifics because you can really make a change like in that instead of just, yeah. Yeah. It is it's just, Haney, I'll tell you one thing. You give yourself to one person, and you fully, I mean, you cannot do it like if you make one mentorship and sell course, like, I don't want to do that because that's the easy way. And that's the easy money because you sell it and it doesn't really help a lot of people because it's just basic. But if you do it, you have to. I think that's also one of the reasons I was very tired last week. When I wake up, my first 2 hours are for her. It's at least 1 hour, and then during the day, if she sends in homework, I'm looking at it and we go over it. And because it was quite there was a lot to go over in the beginning, especially when someone is starting. And yeah, it's very extensive. Don't, and you know, you maybe think it's that amount of hours, but I'll tell you, it's double. It's not just 1 hour or just, oh, we have 1 hour per week. No, it's also the homework, and if they are alive, they have questions. No, you have to be, if you commit to someone, you have to commit to someone. So that's why I'm saying it's I want to keep it very small, but you can do it in a different way and just make a course and then sell it, but that's not how I want to do it. So that's not what I want. But yeah. Um, hey, Fox Surfer. Hey, Fox Surfer. Fox Surfer, he reached out. Yeah, we're good. Hey, Fox Surfer, it's going to be hard work. And yeah. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy money. Let me tell you that. But it's very rewarding. Today, this morning, I'm literally feeling like getting tears in my eyes again. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I'm getting very emotional. Actually, I'm getting emotional. I don't want to cry on stream, but it made me very emotional. Like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is, if this is something that I got her there in 2 months, I'm proud of her, but also of myself, but more of her. And if I can get her to pass an eval for a beginning trader within 4 months, that is a dream come true for me, and that is something that I'm like, oh my God, yeah. So, but she's not here, unfortunately, and I haven't told her what I sort of told her that, but I did not share what I just shared now. But yeah, yeah, yeah. You want to share, right? It's just Haney. You want to share, and you want to prevent people from making the mistakes that you made, or you want to just speed up their learning curve. It's like you can learn whatever you want. It's not about the knowledge is there. And I also have like people that and I'm telling, listen, just study more and then come to me, because I know that it's just a waste of money. That if I tell you what to study, and some people they just need to study more, and then I can give them that last little push to get them maybe profitable. So for me, it's like, okay, some people are okay, I'll help you here, but some people are like, no, just do your thing and then come to me when you really still think you need it. Because I don't do everything is out there already, right? The free stuff, but it's the things that the dots that I connected in my way of trading, and I think do differently maybe, or I connect some dots a little bit faster that I did in my trading. Um, well, that is one-on-one mentorship, strong. Um, that is one-on-one mentorship, yes, yeah. But hey, that's also, something that you can grow into and get better into as well. But anyway, guys, yeah. So it's a beautiful day. Yeah, exactly. So the free stuff is out there. I mean, I don't want to waste time on free stuff. And I would highly recommend everyone to, you don't want to waste money on anyone before you have taught yourself the free stuff. If you still struggle or have difficulties to structure it, then you want to reach out. But the free stuff is out there. You really want to test yourself and really push yourself to learn the free stuff, because there's enough out there. And some people can be profitable with just, I had a few mentors as well, even though I learned the free stuff, because also that gave me more structure, but also additional knowledge on top of that that isn't shared out there. So you build your own trading identity. But yeah, there are a lot of people that can make themselves profitable with only the free stuff. But most of us, I think they just need either a little bit of structure or something, an add-on or something like that to push them to the next level. Yeah, mobile. That sounds like it. You're close. But yeah, are you on the Discord? Reach out to me and we can have a chat. That's no problem. But hey, listen, I don't. There are people that I refuse if I think it's not going to work because they want a shortcut. Um, I just don't do it. Sometimes I just refuse them. But who knows? Okay, guys. Yeah, we all have we all should have mentors, right? Yeah. Strong people are people recommend, yeah, core content. Yeah, don't come to me before you have done ICT core content. That's number one rule. Yeah. Um, oh, you don't get it? Oh, Strong Penguin, you said you don't get it, core content? Okay, I get my kick from 2024 mentorship. Okay, well, I think core content is a basis, and then 2022 and 2024, 2023. But you need core content to get it. Yeah, core content is, I mean, it's the most important. But anyway, yeah, and it's just Haney. If you want me to share my experience in the mentorship and how much time and how it works for me as a coach, feel free to reach out. I would love to give you my experience. And yeah, I think there's nothing more rewarding if you can really help someone to move to that next level. If you're able to achieve that, that's just, I mean, for me, I mean, my day is really, I'm really like, the work is still, I mean, we're not done yet, but man, this just getting someone to this level and seeing things that I did not see within my first year, of maybe even 1.5 years. And like, wow, yeah, that's just something that's very rewarding. But anyway, um, yeah, guys, I'm just gonna do my stuff that I need to do. I want to be back for the news. It looks like we're just gonna go. We're over 50% already. You know, it's pretty obvious that it's going up. Um, I am going to do some stuff, and I have to attend to the mentorship. So yeah, I'll be streaming this afternoon. I want to do the the open, and especially after the news release, and see what we if there's any larger, nicer trades that fit my trading style a little bit better. Um, if you're in a long, congrats. The market just went off. Yeah, I'm gonna just wait until news. I'm okay with that. So for patience is for me, and also letting things just go is just also for me something that I just really start enjoying now. Like, okay, just watching and just seeing. But obviously, you want to have good trades, right? Um, so what I enjoy seeing is that the candles are getting bigger again. You see here, we didn't have that like on the 15 minute on NQ before. If you look at those yesterday, you see here all these small candles, and also even when you had expansion, the displacement it was relatively minimal, and it was very it didn't happen a lot. And now you can see the candles are getting large. You see that the down candles are getting larger again. The down candles are larger than the green candles most of the times, right? You can see that. So here as well, we have got some larger displacement at the end of the day as well. But here you can see also, you know, it's just, I like to see that the candles are getting a little bit larger again on average, because they've been really very small. And now again, I don't like to see this too much. All these, well, this is nice for a short, but yeah. But I do like to see that these candles are like getting a little bit better. But yeah, it looks nice. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do. I need to attend to my to the mentorship and do some running some errands. So I'll see you guys later. Hopefully, I'll do a stream later on. I like to stream. We're gonna watch Friday. I think it might be interesting. Thank you, guys. I'll see you. Those I don't see today, I'll see Monday again, and I'll check Discord. Ciao, ciao. Love you guys.